Is your snake plant turning yellow, drooping, or looking like it's about to die? Don't throw it away just yet. What if I told you that even a snake plant with soft leaves, root rot, or no new growth can often be saved with a few simple steps? Snake plants are famous for being tough, but even these hardy houseplants have their limits. The good news is that most problems are completely reversible if you catch them early. In today's video, you'll learn exactly how to identify what's killing your snake plant, how to fix each issue, and how to help it grow healthy, strong leaves again. Whether you've overwatered it, underwatered it, used the wrong soil, or placed it in the wrong location, this guide will help you rescue your plant quickly. Stay until the end, because I'll also share one simple maintenance routine that keeps snake plants healthy for years with very little effort. Let's bring your favorite plant back to life. 1. Identify the problem before taking action. The first step to saving a dying snake plant is figuring out what's actually causing the problem. Look closely at the leaves and roots. Yellow leaves often suggest overwatering, while wrinkled or folded leaves usually mean the plant has gone too long without water. Soft, mushy leaves and a bad smell are common signs of root rot, while brown, crispy edges may indicate underwatering or dry air. If the plant has stopped growing, it could be lacking enough light or nutrients. Carefully remove the plant from its pot and inspect the roots. Healthy roots are firm and white or light orange, while rotten roots are dark, mushy, and may smell unpleasant. Taking a few extra minutes to correctly diagnose the issue prevents unnecessary treatments and greatly increases the chances of a full recovery. Remember, treating the wrong problem can cause even more stress to the plant. 2. Remove rotten roots immediately. If you discover black, soft, or mushy roots, act quickly. Use clean, sterilized scissors or pruning shears to cut away every damaged root. Don't leave even small sections of rot behind, because fungus and bacteria can continue spreading underground. After trimming, allow the healthy roots to air dry for several hours before repotting. Many experienced growers lightly dust the cuts with ground cinnamon because it helps keep fungal growth under control. Avoid watering immediately after trimming, since fresh cuts heal better in slightly dry conditions. While you're working, also remove any completely yellow, mushy, or collapsed leaves that cannot recover. Healthy leaves can still photosynthesize and support new growth, but damaged tissue only drains the plant's energy. This cleaning process gives your snake plant the best possible chance to start producing healthy new roots and fresh leaves. 3. Repot, using fresh, fast-draining soil. Old compacted soil often stays wet for too long, creating the perfect conditions for root rot. Repot your snake plant into fresh, well-draining soil designed for succulents or cacti. If you're mixing your own, combine potting mix with coarse sand and perlite to improve drainage. Choose a pot with drainage holes so excess water can escape easily. Avoid oversized pots because they hold extra moisture that the roots can't use. Position the plant at the same depth it was growing before and gently firm the soil around the roots without packing it tightly. After repotting, wait several days before watering so any small root injuries have time to heal. Healthy soil and proper drainage are some of the most important factors in rescuing a struggling snake plant and preventing future problems. 4. Fix your watering routine. Overwatering is the #1 reason snake plants die indoors. These plants naturally store water inside their thick leaves and prefer the soil to dry almost completely before the next watering. Instead of watering on a fixed schedule, check the soil with your finger or a moisture meter. If the top 2 to 3 inches feel dry, it's time to water thoroughly until excess water drains from the bottom of the pot. Always empty any water sitting in the saucer so the roots never remain submerged. During winter, snake plants grow more slowly and need even less water than they do in spring and summer. By adjusting your watering routine based on the season and the soil's dryness, you'll greatly reduce the risk of root rot and encourage healthier growth over time. 5. Give it bright, indirect light. Although snake plants tolerate low light, they recover much faster in bright, indirect sunlight. Place the plant near an east-facing window or a bright room where it receives several hours of filtered light each day. Avoid harsh afternoon sun, which can scorch stressed leaves. If your home doesn't receive enough natural light, a simple LED grow light can provide the energy needed for recovery. Better lighting helps the plant produce more food through photosynthesis, encouraging stronger roots and healthier new leaves. Rotate the pot every week or two so all sides receive even light, preventing the plant from leaning. Proper lighting not only speeds up recovery, but also supports thicker foliage and steadier growth throughout the year. 6. Feed only after recovery begins. It can be tempting to fertilize a weak plant immediately, but doing so too early may stress damaged roots. Wait until you see fresh growth or signs that the plant has stabilized before applying fertilizer. Once the plant begins producing healthy leaves, feed it with a balanced liquid houseplant fertilizer, diluted to half strength about once a month during spring and summer. Avoid over-fertilizing because too much fertilizer can burn roots and create salt buildup in the soil. Healthy plants grow through consistent care rather than heavy feeding. Combined with proper watering and good lighting, light fertilization helps your rescued snake plant rebuild its strength and produce vigorous new leaves over the coming months. 7. Prevent future problems. Once your snake plant has recovered, maintaining it becomes much easier. Water only when the soil is dry. Keep it in a bright location with indirect light, and always use pots with drainage holes. Inspect the leaves and roots occasionally for early signs of pests, rot, or stress. Wipe dust from the leaves every few weeks so they can absorb light more efficiently. Repot every 2 to 3 years or whenever the plant becomes root-bound. Small, regular checks are far more effective than waiting until serious damage appears. With these simple habits, your snake plant can remain healthy, beautiful, and productive for many years while requiring very little maintenance. Congratulations! You now know the essential steps to rescue a dying snake plant and help it thrive again. Remember, most struggling snake plants don't need expensive products. They need the right diagnosis, healthy roots, proper soil, careful watering, and enough light. Be patient, because recovery takes time, and every new leaf is a sign that your plant is getting stronger. If you found this guide helpful, give the video a thumbs up and share it with someone who loves houseplants. Subscribe to naturallife_SR7 for more easy plant care tips, rescue guides, propagation tutorials, and indoor gardening ideas that anyone can follow. Tell us in the comments what happened to your snake plant and which rescue tip worked best for you. Thanks for watching. Keep growing, and I'll see you in the next video with more simple ways to help your indoor plants stay healthy, beautiful, and full of life.